Hey guys, how are y'all today? Well, if some of you like me, you really do not like burned out bulbs in your car or your truck or anywhere for that matter. And some of you don't mind. Some of you can drive around with black spots on the dash and things like that, but I'm just picky like that and I just don't like burned out bulbs. So I always try to replace them, and I'm working on a vehicle right now that has had several burned out dash light bulbs. One behind the clock, one behind the odometer, one behind or two behind the climate control. So I wanted to replace these bulbs, and doing some research revealed that these are the kind of bulbs in there that at first they look like they're not replaceable by themselves. I mean, just the bulbs. That you might have to just buy a bulb and a holder assembly. You know, the old 194 bulbs and 168s, you know, they're bayonet bulbs. They just, you know, you just unfasten the holder and pull it out, and you can just pull the bulb out. But some of these were not that way, and actually one was. So I'm going to go through these and show you what I got here. We've got, hope you can see okay. We got a couple bulbs in holders, and then we got a loose bulb up here. And I'm not doing video on the actual replacement itself in the vehicle because there's been several videos made on the same subject all over YouTube. So you know, down the road you'll know why, but there's no point in me doing it. It's just repetition. So what I mainly want to do is I want to show you how to replace these bulbs. How you do it. And so let's take a look at this. What we have, these are this one, let's separate him out, but these two came out of the climate control, and you'll notice a little bit interestingly enough, we've got one bulb that's fastened into a holder and one bulb that is the bayonet style, which just actually pulls out easily. So we know how to do this. This bulb is you can get this at the parts store. This is a 2721, and of course you can probably tell who makes that, but I have to obliterate that because of YouTube. This is 2721 long life. And something I want to point out, when you're buying bulbs, especially if you're taking a guess at it, I've made this mistake, but you need to, you know, if you're buying it for your car, you need to read your specs on them, because you can get bulbs that look like they fit, and they will fit your application, but you may get some that are like 7 volts and you're trying to use them in a 12 volt vehicle, and they ain't gonna last too long. So make sure that the 12 volts are above. These are 13.5 volts actually, but that's of no consequence. That actually is the replacement bulb. They'll just be slightly dimmer than, you know, if they were at full voltage, but that's not a concern. So over here, the next one, this is a bulb that is, at first glance, looks like you could not replace this individually. And I'm sorry if the camera has trouble focusing, but you can see. Trying to get it over here so it'll focus on the bulb. Focus. There you go. And this is a 12 volt bulb. And the way this works is, here on the end, you see those wires that are coming out the way I'm holding it from left to right. There's 2 holes right there in the center, the very center of that fixture, that bulb retainer, I guess you would call it. And this bulb has leads on it. And these leads come out, and I'm going to follow one around with the camera. I'm going to turn it. It comes out, and it loops around right here. That's what makes the contact with the circuit board. And then it comes back around, and it comes over here, and it ends right there. It's just pushed into that little slot up at the top. You see it kind of got in the shadow right there at the top edge of it. It doesn't go anywhere. It just ends right there, and you don't want to, of course you don't, it's not necessary to have it touch itself again there. That sounds kind of dirty, doesn't it? But that's how those bulbs are held in, and you can replace these. You don't have to replace this holder. You can actually order these, or you can go to the dealer. I'll just go ahead and do that. In this case, this is a Honda, and you could actually do this you can buy the whole thing. If you just want to make it easier and stuff, that's fine. But you can unwrap these wires, and then you go. What I did, I've got another one here. Let me show you this one. This is the same deal. It's just a different bulb. It's a smaller bulb. This came out from behind the clock, and so it's the same deal. You look at the back of it, and it's hard to see this. I'm sure it is. Try to get in some light. It's a little bit different type of a holder. Come on. This camera just doesn't like this type of a thing, but if I can get out here far enough. Well, you just have to study it and look at it, but you'll see the wires come out the same way. They loop around the top, this edge here, to make contact with the circuit board, and then they wrap around a little bit and get snipped off. So you know that. Now you know that these bulbs will come out. You just take a pick or something. I'm going to take a pick, and I'm just going to dig those leads out. So you say to yourself, well, where do you get those bulbs? Well, I told you about this one. This is the one in the bayonet style. You just pull it in and out. But these little one, like this little one for the clock, I've got extras of these because I'm going to have to do some more in there. But if you take a look at these, if you can see here, once again, I apologize for the camera. The camera just does not like this, but okay. This is the bulb, and you see how it's got two sets of leads on it. Of course, all bulbs have that. They have a negative and a positive side. So simply what you do is, once you get the old bulb out, you insert the new bulb, wrap the leads around this holder the same way as the old bulb that was in there, and make sure they're in there tightly and the wire is short enough, and snip it. You're done. You put it back in the car and you're ready to go. This is a 12 volt 60 milliamp wire terminal base. This is a number the 272-1092. This is behind the clock, I think, and yeah, that's that one. And this one over here that I bought to replace this one. Now this was kind of strange. I couldn't find one for this one that was exactly the same. This one, I bought this one, and this has got it's got some covering over the wiring, so I'm going to have to do a little bit of surgery on that. But it's a 12 volt bulb, 25 milliamps, so I think that'll work just fine. And these came from, I can't show you the name, I had to obliterate that, but these are from Radio Shack. So that's how you replace all that. So when you get into there and you get despondent or traumatized, and you think, well, I can't replace these bulbs, I don't know, I don't know where to get the holders, they won't come out of the holders, I can't do anything, I'm just screwed. No, you're not. Nope. Now I've showed you how to deal with these, and it's like I said, just sit here and take a look at this, and kind of get it memorized about how the leads go. So you don't have to solder them in there. Some of them now, you may run into different vehicles, you may run into some that actually are soldered like to a circuit board. Of course, in that case, you have to get the right bulb, and then you have to do some soldering. So, but this one's not. And this is just simply, I would assume this is just kind of a money thing, because you're letting the bulb leads serve as the contacts. It's just for efficiency, I'm sure. So okay, guys. Appreciate you watching. I hope that's been somewhat explanatory. And like I said, I'm not gonna do the video installation of the thing itself, But if you've got a Honda or Toyota or Nissan or something like that, they probably all use these type of bulbs. So if you have whatever issue that you have with a bulb not working, then just Google that or put it on YouTube, and I'm sure you'll find a video or a how-to very easily. So okay, I'm going to go ahead and start doing some surgery on these and get these new bulbs put in, and I appreciate you watching. Like, comment, subscribe, tell your friends, your neighbors, your grandparents, your local politicians, anything to watch the channel. So as always, have a good one.